Islam Morris. Let's see if I can get through this one again, because this one is hard. You are American. Yes, you're American. What nation of America do you descend from? We starting it there. That's how we doing it. Because it get too confusing. It get way too crazy. What nation do you descend from in America? Because guess what? You have to be a hyphenated American to even have any descendancy here or nationality here. You can't be American. Can't be American. You want to know why? Because too much stuff happened through history. Look up the meaning American, right? 1828. They never read the full definition. First applied to pertaining to America. The Aboriginals found here in America. The copper-colored races found here by the Europeans now applied to the Europeans. So guess what? When you say American, you saying copper-colored races found here, and now you're saying Europeans because of the mixings, because of the family mixing, right? So European is American. Moor is American. The thing is, you are not specifying to me what your nation is. So what nation are you from in America? You American, you? Italian would tell you, oh, I'm an Italian American. Chinese would tell you, I'm Chinese American. European, I'm European American. But we say white. I don't know why. European American. People from Africa say, I'm African in America, which is called African American. So I have something that just happened. Who are the Negroes? Who are the black ones? The ones that don't come from Africa, really? Don't have no African dialect, really? Don't have no African culture with your do-rag wearing self? Who are your nation? With your Michigan, Detroit?
African family members, because don't nobody in my family speak no.
I can't click when I talk. I cannot click. How do you click when you talking? That shit is crazy. How do you do that? That shit is crazy. Like, you gotta be born with it. I ain't that. Ain't nobody I know that. But I know my great-grandma spoke patois. Man, I said, you're not going. They all talk like that. Talk crazy ass, weak, crazy. Beat you senseless. But that's how they talk. So, I don't know where we come from. They look like Mexicans. You need to go look at yourself some Mexicans that are dark skinned. Please. Do yourself a favor. Go look up the Mexicans, the dark skinned Mexicans.
If anything, I'm so sorry. I'm just thinking about stuff with my common sense self. If anything, why y'all not even claiming to be Mexican? Mexico right here.
Old Mexicans, you.
How you don't even claim? I would take that over like a Indian or something like.
Yeah. Old Mexicans.
Old Mexicans. Like,
you created the Indians. Literally. Like when you deal with the old Mex, the Toltecs, the whole text, and then it goes down to the Mayan, to the Aztecs. They all descended into the so-called what these Indians think they are. You don't know y'all nation no more. You forgot your nation. You can't, so that's what I'm saying. Indian guys. If you saying you Native American, Native Latin, the word native in Latin means nativus, and that means servant born. You're born a slave. You don't want to be native, anything. So be American. If you say Native American, you give the option for Europeans to be that too. That just means anybody born here. A goddamn Spanish person born here can be native. It's called a Spanish American. Ay. So guess what? If they receive punishments here, guess what they can receive? Reparations, you idiots. And they have a nation. Key, what's yours? What the heck is your nation? I'm not giving y'all no hints. You don't get to know mine. I done gave my damn thing out so many times for free over this darn thing. Not that it's a price for it, but I mean, for people to not be getting it by now, what's your nation? I know what my nation is. Who's your nation? Because guess what? If you say somebody from Africa, they don't even consider you part of them right now. Tribal nation. What's your tribal affiliation? What the ritual is? You don't even know the ritual to become a Kenyan. Do I? No, I'm not Kenyan.
ain't about to
But
stretch your neck like a giraffe to show your worth. Like, y'all won't even do y'all won't even make salat or dua or nothing like that.
Nah.
Clean yourself before you pray. Anything that's like, that will show like your devotion to something.
Yeah.
Like, y'all not about to do, y'all Negroes is who I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you won't wear the clothes right. Like, you won't cover your head. I don't gotta cover. I ain't no man. Like, look, it's not that. It's showing respect to your men. Like, how do y'all think? Why are y'all thinking like this?
I've seen Negroes straight color their foreheads in with a eraser just to make it look like they prostration mark is dark. I pray a lot,
like,
right?
If you put as much effort into the actual act instead of acting like you're doing it, like, we'll be somewhere.
Actors.
All these acts.
So y'all gotta find out what nation y'all come from before y'all start having this conversation about reparations. And then while y'all at it, go look up who giving y'all reparations. Because if it's the United States, do we have to start that one up again? Do we have to start that up? USC 28, subsection 3002, line 15, section A, says the municipal or the federal government is United States is a goddamn federal corporation, dog. You can't get money from a corporation for a national crime. International crimes can't get paid for by a corporation unless you color the crime into something else, like make it something new, which is coloring, and then pay them for that. Like, give them dividends out for what you just recreated.
Oh, I want to give my sheep a new coat. Yeah, I'll give them some reparations.
You got to have civil rights reparations now. Because we got to condition it. We got to condition the way we giving this out. Because the thing is, they being lawful. And there's no law for paying people that don't exist, bro. You can't give money to stateless people because they don't exist. And a crime is that you're paying somebody who not regarding the fact of how he got here, which is his mother. That's what y'all doing. It's so bad. It's like you not knowing your nationality. You're like saying F my mother. And then I've heard Moors do this before, so y'all can't deny it. You'll be like, yeah, my mother got raped. Whoa, like my grandfather raped my grandmother. Bro, that ain't your grandmother. That ain't your grandfather. If he raped her, that's not your grandfather. Why would you call a rapist your grandfather? That shows you the mindset of certain individuals when it comes to this slavery. It's mental. It never really physically happened. I know people that never been in chains, but they speak that way. My grandma was raped by my grandfather. What's your grandfather's name? Cletus Snap. No, that is not your grandfather. He European? Yeah. Then that ain't your Don't want to deal with the truth that your damn grandma disliked the European. Don't want to deal with that. She had to get raped. And then you stupid enough to still call him your grandfather. You are born slave. You're not going to make it this time. You're not going to make it out this one. You're going to come back next time and do it then. Because then maybe you bump back into me. I'm going to have my castle. And I'm going to tell you either you get into my slavery or you free yourself. And you're going to be like, man, I'll be anybody's slave but his. That's the truth, too. We would rather be slaves to the scoundrels of the world than just say that we were slaves to each other. That's better to do. If you say, yeah, we had each other as slaves, that's better. You're taking control of it. That means slavery never happened. We take it back to what it really is and say we started it and we had ourselves as slaves. It's a wrap with slavery because that means we the progenitors of it. Nobody else get to claim it after that. We took the rights. Nah, they talking about somebody bought you from your own castle. You had an empire. How did he get you out? 2, they say, yeah, we West Africans. Do you not know that West Africa, according to the Phoenicians, was Mauritania? And the inhabitants thereof are called the Mauritanians. Rome is called the Maurs, or M-A-U-R-E-S, or M-A-U-E-R-S, like Dr. Ben said. That's what somebody from Mauritania was. So it was a nation. It's a nationality. Do you know that there was 2 Mauritanians, one on the east and one on the west, back in the day? So are you a Mauritanian or are you a black? Because to the people who created the language, they call it people from Mauritania. That nation over there, the Moors, us. The Phoenicians, the Westerners, the Moors, right? Because it breaks down into different ethnical groups, but it's all one big family. Nationality. Or are you a Arab or whatever? Because that's something that the Europeans created. When we were saying, let me say it right. Europeans created as far as what you see as an Arab today, modern Arab. That's not what an Arab is. You go back to Arabs. It's an ancient Ethiopian that migrated from Saba nation or Sabaeans and went southern into what is present day southern Arabia. They went southern Ethiopia into southern Arabia because it's the same damn place. I'm not gonna play that game. Oh yeah, Moorish Latin is Amharic, and that's what the Ethiopians speak. That's a Moorish Latin, the same language that named all them places over there. Providence is like Rome. That's where'd the language come from to name that place Rome? You ever hear the Copts? Not the ones who woo woo, not them. The Ethiopian Copts, the Coptic Christians. Those are Ethiopians. They're the dark skin. Y'all never gonna get this joint because you trying to run around and see who your slave master was. And then when it's you don't want to accept it. It's not slavery no more. It's just my brother tripping.
How you trying to find your family?
His whole thing was to not let you know who the hell your family was. Right.
Take their name. You gonna go back to them. Talk to your family. You find the oldest person in your family. Start there. Before they die. You don't even talk to your great grandma. You just leave her sitting in a room all day.
Your grandmama tell you fast, baby, we was Indians. Cool. That's how you do it. Because if you know what we just dealt with when it come to Indians, it's 3 Indians. We, Caribbean, is the Caribbean ones. You can go to the Caribbean and find out what they was calling themselves before it was Carib. Before they got Spanish. Spanish is a cover for Moors. Span means the whole world, like, or to cross the world. Spanish means the crossing of the world. Moorish, you cross the world in foot, boat, whatever, by land, civilized everything. Hebrew means crossing over the Bering Strait. The Iberian Peninsula. You put the H back on Iberia, you get Hiberia. The people from the Hebrides, from the other side of the mountain where Europe is, those were the Hebrews. Called that by the Phoenicians. But originally they was Greeks. They was dark-skinned people. If you just crossed over the mountain and you left from your land though, you was called Hebrides. Cross over, nigga, you AI, go back home. So we had to rumble, fights, boom bop. And then they would go back home or they come a part of the nation. They was family. It's not no such thing as I beat you up and then we war for the rest of our life. No, you my brother. I beat your ass and then we cool after that. Really. Matter of fact, y'all want to know how Rome was created? Cyprical Africanus, a Moor, versus Hannibal Barker's older brother. I think it was Hamilcar. Or I can't remember. Something, but you just look it up. Hannibal, father. He had like 4 or 5 different sons. His older brother went to war with Leo Africanus. That created the Regnum Morum et Maranorum, which is the Latin expression of the Moro-Roman kingdom, which was started by the Berber Juba II. This is when so-called Rome was ran by dark people, the Carthagins. Carthage is nothing but Phoenicians mixing with Berbers. Berbers are the indigenous Moroccans. Barbados. You can't escape it. You can't run. You got it over here too. Barbados. You know your family that came from down there. This is the other Berber land. Like I told you, This is the Barbary States on the eastern coast. That's why we create. Why do you think we would create the 13 colonies there? That's the Barbary States. Because that's the ports that people came in slavery on. Like, that's the only place y'all could go. The whole nation, and y'all had to stay on the corner of the whole edge of the 13 colonies. There's a whole nation we got. Y'all had to stay over there on the coast. Just like the coast of West Africa. It follows a trade route. Follow that joint all around like a hairline. It's all around from the southern Americas to southern Indias, southern Africas, the southern Asias, and it cuts through the middle too with the Silk Road. So it never stops. It never stops with this whole connection. And what y'all doing is like considering yourself part of the trade of gold. Yeah, our skin's gold. But you considering yourself being traded by Mansa Musa? How? Like, no, man. So like the Malis, like he even takes it back to ancient, because his caravan was led by women warriors, which takes it back. So you talk about who was shutting shit down. It was women warriors doing shit way before men decided to get themselves together. Women did this. It was running through the damn forest with razor blades on. It looked like tearing shit up. And that's why the European always try to miss. It was so bad with the women. He can't talk about her straight out. He got to speak about her mystically, because they got washed. They got called her. They got to talk about the what do they call that shit? Mythology. He started talking about mythology when he talked about how our women did it, because it was too vicious. Talking about whole islands, nations of warriors that are women that you can't beat. Oh, you talk about you think he don't like the dark-skinned man? When our mother gets in power, bro, that's what he hates. That's what he's scared of. The motherfucker. Oh yeah, he's scared of his mother coming online and realizing, oh shit, you my son. Slave master who? That's your son. So yeah, y'all scary. Y'all talk about some Neanderthal, right? But then go turn right around and say, man, we can't come from monkeys. That's evolution. Well, how does he come from a monkey? You see what you're doing? Like, so you rather some human on this earth come from a ape or a Neanderthal? Do you understand that's eugenics? So you're saying your mother can't produce a European, only a damn Neanderthal. Well, then that means your mother created Neanderthal. I don't like that. I don't want that. I would like that our mother just created that European and just get Neanderthal out of here. Who made that real? Who made Neanderthal reality? Because why would we make that up if we're not the ones who believe that we came from monkeys? Oh, can we go to what's that thing called? What is it called? The TriStar. It's like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? You can't receive none of them things. So now, the fact that we're not descended from our nations properly, one thing you got to do, since we talk about the mother, is that's how you reconnect to your nationality. Nationality is simply recognizing who your mother bloodline is, like what your mother's nation is, and connecting back to it. It's names in America that are known as titles for here. Do you know that the Ill clan is the L's? Do you know the Bear clan is the Bays? Deers are the Days. And they took, for some reason, they don't list the owls. They took the owl, the actual bird owl. That's the AL title of the Moors. The missing title is Pasha, but that's down South America. You can find that in the Inca Empire. They was calling themselves Pasha. So Pasha, the whole Allah thing is ALA, and it's the end of like a lot of women's names. Kamala Harris. That's an ancient name from over here, Kamala. Camel, Camelot, Kemet. Those are all names that come from over here dealing with the sciences we was dealing with. Camel, it's a science to ride on a camel because they know how to store water, especially the double hump camel. He indigenous to America, if you didn't know. The Bacchus, I think it's called Bacchus camel. But yeah, that's indigenous to America. How come people don't never tell us that? What they do with the camels? You can look up the Mongolians when they came over here and board camels took elephants and vice versa. So there's a whole history of elephants being brought here. And what's that book? The Natchez Telemanco and Natchez. I can't. Bogota, Natchez, Bogota, and Telemanco. That book, it show how the Mongols conquered America. That thing's farce because one minute they telling you about how ancient the lands was and how it looked more large and vast and better than Granada when it was taken from the Moors. But then they say, oh, before the Mongols came to America, it was distinct. It was a desert land, like nobody was over here. How would they know if he never got over here until 1700s? How would he know? He can't speak on that. So I'm talking about the author. Author was a Spanish boy. So when you read in the book, you can see his affiliation and connection to an amalgamated Spain, where he didn't want to say the word more like twice. He would say more than black African, then African slave, then Berber. He had a problem saying more. And I'm like, this is because he know that connection. Once you so-called Spaniard and you start saying that more word, you start losing your goddamn nationality and your connection because your shit false. It's all off of soil, just soleil. So y'all got rights to soil off of contracts and land grants. But those contracts and land grants is based off the blood of the nation. Y'all don't have that same blood. So Europeans don't speak blood. Spanish, none of them. British, Anglo-Saxon, they don't speak about blood because they know once the blood come up, it's only one blood. They'll start talking about blue blood and one drop of blood make you black. See, they start losing it. What do we like? You know, why would he play that game unless it was about a land grab? If Moore originally is where black came from or whatever, and then Moore was tying you back to the land when it was Mauritania, how in the hell are we looking at after that some people claiming they know how to speak Greek today? So modern day Europeans claiming they know how to speak ancient Greek, translate and transliterate in history and telling us, oh yeah, this means black. But your people said that it means Mauritania. So who you gonna listen to? Your family line, your family records, or some Europeans' birth records of you? Your name spelled in all caps, like that's normal. When did you learn that in school? To spell out names in all caps? I thought first letter and then small, like proper noun. No. So guess what? Proper noun puts you in appropriate persona. You can't be in appropriate persona with all caps. You literally can't. It's what is that shit called? Maximus, Capitalist, Diminutus, or Diminutia. Maximus, Capitalist, Diminutia. It's like when all the letters are capitalized, and that goes back to black letter law. When you see Roman font writing letters, that's called black letter law. That's the oldest form of jurisprudence you can get when it comes to this guy. So if you want to return stuff back to Rome, you got to do it through black letter law. Understand, dog. Understand. They're like, this is about alchemy, right? They tell us that we got black leaders, but when you spell out black leader, it's spelled out Leader. But that's lead. Black lead is the first base component to alchemy. So if you have a black leader, then that's somebody who's practicing the base form of alchemy on you to keep you in the black state and not transmute you to gold. So we're black now, going through all this pressure, all this fire, all this heat, all this, because that's what you do to the base metal lead to turn it to gold. It's just that we're not being taken from that and being put in the vat of different chemical, being held, being our the gold state being held by divine fire. You got to burn this thing hot, and it holds its glow by the chemical you put on it. That's the alchemy. You got to figure out how to come up with that chemical and coat it on whatever material, your lead that you're dealing with. It'll be a box, a perfect square box or cube of lead, Saturn. Because the judgment and the trial by fire that you're going to put this thing through is what you think about when it comes to Satan as the judgment planet, or Saturn as the judgment planet.
What the fuck?
So you just you go through the fires basically, and you burn all the coal off of the gold, and you come out as gold. The thing is, we've been held in the fire the whole time, and every time we try to notice our gold or put ourselves on the other side, out of the fire in the ice, black leader guys are holding us down in the base. No, this is about Negroes. No, this is about civil rights. Black attorneys are also black letters, because black attorneys put you into color games. You can only exist as black guy when it comes to color of law. So you're only black so he can be white. Do you get that? So you're fighting to be this. It's keeping his white supremacy. If that's what you want to call it, white supremacy. You're keeping him alive by being black, bro. So you want to be black, you allowing people to be white. Do you see that? Nobody else in the world is calling themselves colors, but over here in America. They want to play. You want to keep the United States going, so you being black. You want to keep the United States alive, so you being its slave. You're being an it. Because you want to keep these people here. Because y'all faking. Y'all know they y'all family and y'all love them. Y'all been having sex with these Europeans from time immemorial. And then y'all want to act like that it's about rape. No, you like it. Y'all love this shit. Y'all love complaining. You love playing a victim. You don't want to do nothing about it. When's the last time we went to war with Europeans? Out there in the middle of the streets like we ain't had no sense. When the last time? You've been scared. Because it happened. Oh, it happened. It happened in Fairmount Park, where they don't teach y'all about the Moors standing up there with the cops, and the cops ain't want no war. And they don't report that. The Black Mafia, we were going to stretch everything out. Yeah, today. Young Bulls, never mind. That's another story. But anyway, yeah. What y'all doing? Like, y'all not, man, y'all gonna be slaves for the rest of it. But me. Hey guys, what are you guys up to today? What are you guys doing? Yo, keep it moving, bro. Keep it moving. Yo, bro, keep it moving. Now he just made a little movement. You might want to pull your car off, or it just be rolling. You will be RoboCop out there for real. They killed Murphy. Alex Murphy. He shot his hands off, bro. That shit was bad. But man, I'm about to get off of this junk, man. Like, figure out your nation. Figure out who you would be basically pleading to get reparations, because I ain't seen no nation in America since before the 1700s. Are you gonna ask yourself for reparations? Figure out your nation, figure out your reps, and when you do that too, then proclaim your nationality. After you figure out your nation, proclaim it. Let me know who your mother is and who your bloodline is, so I can stop calling you nigger, and I can stop calling you black man. I can stop calling you subjugated guy. Stop calling you United Statesian, United States property subjugated, huh? Tell me who your nation is, and then maybe we can stop that. Just let me know. I won't judge you. We family. Let me know who your nation is. And if not nation, if you still stuck, tell me what American state. So we can get this started. Oh yeah. So Islam, y'all, peace and love. Let me know what's your American state, or what's your American nation. Islam.